Out to work together to combat a growing Taliban insurgency, insisting that threats to one nation represents a threat to all.
Pakistan and Afghanistan are conjoined twins. Our suffering is shared. Our joys are always shared.
We shall share this burden with you all, for no matter how long it takes.
At the same time, Secretary of State Clinton tried to mend fences with Afghanistan. She apologized for civilian deaths that some are blaming on recent American airstrikes. Richard Engel is NBC News chief foreign correspondent. He's been covering the region for years. Richard, first of all, what do you make of the get-together here in Washington, and what's the key thing that we should all be looking for?
Well, I think right now you saw that steps by the United States to try and contain a crisis in Afghanistan. According to Red Cross officials, several dozen civilians may have been killed when U.S. airstrikes were launched in western Afghanistan. And President Karzai has repeatedly complained about civilian deaths. And what we're seeing here right now is an attempt by the United States to prop up both of these civilian leaders who are facing increased criticism at home and who might not have as much stature in their home countries as they are given to their reception here in the United States.
Richard, does President Obama face something of a threading the needle kind of challenge this afternoon in his public comments? Because obviously the Obama administration has decided to keep somewhat at arm's length from Karzai because of the corruption in Afghanistan. And yet, as you mentioned, Karzai's in a very sort of fragile spot in Afghanistan, and certainly Afghanistan needs the United States' help perhaps more than ever.
I've been told by several officials in Kabul that the United States would very much like to see a new government in Afghanistan, and they are looking very anxiously at elections in that country in August. Right now, they are trying to prop up both Karzai and the governments of Pakistan so that the problem of the Taliban can be contained and so that some stability can be put on the ground, at least until those elections in August in Afghanistan. But very much the United States has problems with Karzai. The relations between Karzai and President Bush were very close. The two spoke frequently over video conference. President Obama, on the other hand, has been criticized for snubbing him and trying to create some distance between the U.S. and the Karzai administration.
NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel. Richard, great to see you as always. Appreciate it. And we'll be checking.
We have a common task and a common challenge.
Why can't we see that we are all in this together?